It's Return of the Living Dead 3 on our 31 spooky movies of Halloween. Just imagine for a moment that you're put in charge of the third movie of a trilogy of zombie comedy movies that are beloved by everyone who's seen them, and then you're told, yeah, we want you to do this, but we don't want it to be funny at all. We want it to be serious. Well, that's like saying you wanted Ghostbusters 3 to be a serious horror movie, or that you wanted The Hangover 3 to be devoid of laughs. Which actually, I think that was what The Hangover 3 was aiming for. Return of the Living Dead Part 3 is like the goth cousin of the franchise who showed up to the party, killed the vibe, and then spent the whole time sulking in the corner. Where the original was a glorious mashup of punk rock humor and gory mayhem, this one takes a hard left into melodrama, and let's just say the acting makes Plan 9 from Outer Space look like Citizen Kane. The lead performances are as lifeless as the zombies they're trying to avoid, with romantic chemistry so non-existent, you'll start rooting for the undead to eat them just to end the awkwardness. The sets, however, are another story. If that story is a cheap soap opera with a horror twist, every location feels like it was cobbled together from whatever was lying around in the studio's basement, and it shows. Bland warehouses, generic labs, and a couple of alleys that look like they were borrowed from a student film. A bad student film. This movie doesn't so much scream low budget as it does quietly whimper it from the shadows. Then there's the humor, or rather the complete lack of humor. Gone are the darkly hilarious one-liners and punk rock chaos of the original Return of the Living Dead. Instead, we get an overly serious, grim take on the zombie genre that feels like someone forgot that this was supposed to be fun. It's as if they replaced all the humor with more bad acting. How do you make a zombie flick this joyless? I don't know, but they did pull it off. Yet, weirdly enough, beneath the cardboard sets and the lifeless performances, there is something original here. The movie takes a bold approach with the whole pain keeps me from becoming a full-on zombie concept, particularly through Julie, whose masochistic transformation is both horrifying and oddly fascinating. The movie leans heavily into body horror, turning Julie into a walking pincushion of self-inflicted wounds. It's creative, twisted, and the one aspect of the film that genuinely works in a movie where nothing else seems to. So what's the final verdict? Return of the Living Dead Part 3 is a terrible Return of the Living Dead movie. It's missing the humor, the fun, and most of the charm, but as a zombie flick, just on its own, it's actually not half bad. Just don't go in expecting the party you got with the original. This one's a bit more like an uncomfortable family dinner that ends with a pretty cool monster. Like Thanksgiving when Uncle Frank shows up. But nevertheless, you should still make Return of the Living Dead Part 3 one of your 31 spooky movies of Halloween.